I'm going to be reviewing Uzi's Pink Tape now. Everyone has been waiting for this for 3 years. I haven't, because I didn't really know about this album until recently. I thought it was like coming out, or like it was even a thing. But this was 3 years in preparation, basically. Well, I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, everyone was crazy over it. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, when is he gonna release it?" And he's been postponing it and stuff, and he finally released it. And I listened to it, and I was a little late to like kind of the build up with this, but I'm late to everything. Okay, I am the most late music reviewer on YouTube, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I listened to new Lil Uzi Vert album, Pink Tape. It's an album, but it's called Pink Tape. Makes sense. Um, but what I think of this album, I thought this album was good. I thought this album was great, actually. Um, yeah, a lot of these. I mean, first of all, this is like a 26 song album, so there's a lot of material here. I mean, three of those tracks though were bonus tracks, and I haven't listened to them. I only listened to one of them, and that was Zoom, which I really liked, but I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about it. So, I mean, I would go track for track, but I mean, I listened to this in a time period of like 2 days, because I don't know. I did like the intro, Flooded the Face. That was an amazing intro. But I do think that Suicide Doors could have been the intro. But yeah. I loved Flooded the Face. I love the beat on there. Uzi just went off. Suicide Doors. I don't want to compare it. I don't want to compare this album to like Playboy Cardi's like Whole Lotta Red, but it is kind of in the same vein of like experimental hip hop. Mixed with like Rockstar type. Rockstar, I mean, when you think of Rockstar, you think of rock, right? And so that's kind of what's on here. So, um, I mean, I don't know. I can't just judge a whole genre like that. But yeah, I loved Flood of the Face. Suicide Doors reminded me of like Playboy Cardi type stuff. But I know. I look like a freaking stupid, poopy thing just saying that, because, like, I don't even know, like, I shouldn't even be comparing this to a Whole Lot of Red, but it's in the same vein, so, but yeah, Suicide Doors is my favorite track on here. It's just great. It gives you that hype. And there's a bunch of other hype songs that try to do that, but I think Suicide Doors does it perfectly for me. That's all I really needed for a hype song. A with Travis Scott, that, you know the line, you know the gritty line, the freaking gritty line. If you've listened to the album, there's not one gritty line that has the gritty line, but later in the album is another gritty line, which, like, if you're old and you don't know what the gritty is like dance, you know. I know my grandma probably be watching this, even though she would not like this type of music. But yeah, I thought A was okay. I mean, Travis's verse was freaking goofy, but I mean, it's alright. I like the rest of the song. If you took that out, would have been an okay song. I thought, I mean, there was a couple of songs on here that I thought were just mid and, eh, you know, like they feel like filler. They're not really anything. Crush 'Em was pretty good, I guess. Amped tried to be a hype song, just didn't really vibe with it. Um, 2X2 I thought was pretty good. It's probably one of my favorites on here. Between Dead Come Back and Died and Came Back and Dat Fire and Spin Again, I didn't really like these tracks. I didn't really feel anything about him. I Got It was okay. The Nicki Minaj verse was pretty good, except and it has that freaking line. There's a lot of cool lines in this, but it mostly well, not cool, memorable, I'd say. But like they all come from the features, really. Like Uzi, like I only remember the freaking first lines of the first song, and that's really it. There's not really a lot of memorable stuff like that. Mama, I'm Sorry was pretty good. I love All Alone. That is pretty good. All Alone is pretty cool. I like that. I really like that track. Uh, Nakamaria. I don't know how to pronounce it. Nakamaria. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Nakamaria. It's like Uzi's stadium song. Like you know how like you go to a football game and there's like a stadium, and they have like stadium songs like over here and like freaking we got that with like Tech Nine does that with our freaking Kansas City stuff. So thank you Tech Nine for that. Um, I don't live in Kansas. I shouldn't be saying. I mean I live in Missouri, but if I keep talking, I'm gonna eventually like dox myself. So I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, great song. Great stadium song. I mean, I don't really like stadium songs like that. I think they're just whatever. But I like this one. I think it's pretty good. Fire Alarm is a cool. Well, Just Wanna Rock. That one that like everyone's heard it. It's cool. But after a while, it's just like we get it. We get it. He's like I don't know why. Um. Oh yeah, also the ad libs on here, the he tried on here. Like I get he was trying to do something on here. I mean, it's just like why? I mean, it's okay though. I mean, like it's something to do. And I do kind of like the rock elements in here. I do like what he was trying to do. A Fire Alarm is a great track. It's just like, I mean, it's like it's trying some new stuff out, and it's just being like weird, and I like that. And it has Snow Strippers, which is an interesting name. I thought it was good. And then we get to CS, this track, which is supposed to be abbreviation for Chop Stewie, which I didn't really know what the song was at first because I didn't like know the name, but then it was like when I heard like the wake up, wake up, yeah, I instantly knew what that was because of like a Vine meme that I seen back in the day, and I went to listen to that song before I listened to this. The original is 10 times better than this one. This cover is not good at all. It's probably one of the worst tracks on this album. It's just like I get, he's trying like other things out like rock and stuff. I think that's cool, but this is not a good cover at all. It's just I get what he's doing, but it's not a good cover. It's not a good cover. Werewolf. I didn't know where Uzi was at this song, honestly. It was just Bring Me the Horizon. I don't even listen to Bring Me the Horizon. I didn't even know what that was at first. I need to listen to more rock because I really like the rock cuts on here, except Chop Stewie. Well, the cover of Chop Stewie. But yeah, I loved Werewolf. I do like the rock stuff in there. And yeah, I think I need to listen to more rock, especially after I listen like, the Chop Stewie thing. I need to listen to more of that. I mean, and not like classic rock, like rock, like deep rock, man. Because I mean, I've heard plenty of classic rock stuff, like 80s rock. My parents always like, get in here, we're gonna listen to 80s rock all day. There was a period of time where it was like that, and I mean, it's so good. It's good for what it was, but I like this. I like what they did on there. Pluto to Mars. I mean, it's not really like any rock song or anything. It's not really anything super new, but I really like it. I really love it. It's a song that I just like vibing to. Patience with Don Toliver. This is the best Don Toliver feature since the freaking Travis Scott song, which is his first song, kind of. And yeah, I like the way he's. I like the way he's utilized on here. I like how it's not just every other Don Tolliver song, which is just him being like, "Oh, they drive me," and just like doing the chorus and like stuff like that. Like he's just the chorus dude. But I like how he's in the background of this song. Kind of reminded me of Kid Cudi on Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red Out. No, I'm joking. I did like Days Come and Go. That's pretty good. I like that song. I liked Rehab, but I'm not. I don't think I'll listen to it a lot. I don't think I'll come back to it, but I really did like it. And then you get to the end, which is that's the song. It's called The End with Baby Metal. It's basically Uzi's anime outro. Yeah, it's Uzi's anime outro. It's a good song too. Like I won't listen to it anymore like after that because I think it fits in the context of the album more than it does fit as a regular song. Like it fits as a closer basically, which is what I see like most anime outros are. It fits as a closer, and then I'm not gonna forget about it, but I'm just gonna not listen to it ever again. That's just me. But yeah, I thought that was a really good track, pretty good. Um, I like to think that like in if he makes an anime, everyone dies and then it just plays that song at the end. Um, but yeah, I like this album. I've only listened to Zoom, the bonus track. There are 3 of them, one of them being Zoom. I listened to that pretty good. And then, of course, in Shardy, I've not listened to, I don't know. Shardy? Is that how you, Shardy? Shardai. I'm very illiterate, so excuse me for that. But yeah, I love this album. I think this album is pretty good. It's pretty top notch. I think you could make a whole playlist, take a couple songs off, and it'd be amazing. And it'd be a great album. Um, and for as long as this album is, it does, like, I'm surprised it does have a decent amount of songs that I like. Because usually with long albums, it's just mid after mid after mid. And, like, when I see a long album, I'm just like, this better not be mid. Because if it's, I hate an album that's long and has nothing. It's like a nothing burger. It's like you take 2 buns and put air in the middle of it and they expect you to eat it. I'm not eating that thing, okay? But this one has a lot of good songs on it. And I think that is cool. And I like it. Give it a thumbs up. If I had to give the number, probably like a 7.5, somewhere around there. Really good album. I recommend it. Just do not listen to the cover of Chop Suey. That is a horrible. It's just not good. Freaking like compared to that original song, this is not a good cover. Okay, but that's it. Other than a couple mid, this is a good song. Album. This is a good album. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Pink Tape, pretty good in my books, honestly. And the only other, I didn't even finish it, but I listened to a lot of songs off of Love Is Rage 2, which, I liked, you guys' songs like 20 Minutes, the first song, too. Obviously, it's the biggest song, EXO Tour Life. Hold on. Oh yeah, X, that's a good one. But, actually, the more I look into it, the more I realize, okay, yeah, there's a lot of songs that I didn't really look into on here. But, yeah. Okay, yeah, I've been going on for way too long. I might do a deep dive into Uzi's stuff and maybe I'm thinking about making like a album tier list for each artist. I want to do one with Eminem because I think I did one on my main channel, which is super outdated. I just gotta say, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I might do, Uzi catalog tier list, Eminem catalog tier list, because even though I think, I mean, I've just always been interested in that. I might do a future album tier list. Whatever. Like, I think I might do a Travis Scott one too. Even though it's like 4 albums coming up. There's a fourth one coming up. Utopia. I can't wait for Utopia. This is a long outro. I'm sorry. But yeah. That probably is coming down the way. New videos on the main channel coming soon. And when I mean soon, I mean probably tomorrow. Also, new Young Thug review coming soon. I did like a reaction kind of thing, and it just failed horribly, but it kind of fits the context of the review, so I have to kind of put that in, and I have to edit and stuff, and I hate editing. And also, I haven't finished the Gunna album, and I want to listen to a bunch of other albums and review them, and I don't got time. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Listen to this album. Bye.